Okay, back to it. What version of me would my first week in Miami self be proud of? Oh my gosh, I got my first facial in Miami. It was the worst facial I had ever gotten, coming from Chloe in Nashville. She was, if you're in Nashville, go see Chloe. She is the best. So I just think in Miami, I, for the first time in my life, was the minority. And finding someone to do blonde hair and speaking Spanish and all of these other things was hard. And now it's like, I was talking to my cleaning lady today in Spanish, and I was joking, like, how am I gonna practice my Spanish, every 2 weeks? And we're just so blessed here. And, my team at Johnson & Johnson, I had like Puerto Rican, Colombian, Venezuelan, like all of these different lingos, and to be exposed to all of those things I'm so grateful for. But I was really stressed out when I got here. I think that's one huge thing. Like, you just figured it out. If you can figure it out here, you can figure it out anywhere. What did Miami teach me about the kind of environment I thrive in? Ooh, I think I lost so many friends in Miami. I've really turned over a lot of adult friends. And David and I talk about how there's only 2 seats in a sports car. And we have a really close group knit of friends, and a lot of people split time here. And I think that's so important, that if you want to do something for yourself, that oftentimes it's not going to line up with other people. And I think around that 27, 28 age range, which fell around our wedding, I really realized that was overall changing. But I wouldn't necessarily change it for the world, because my group of friends, the people that were in my wedding, they're still my close group of friends, and everything happened as it needed to happen. So, but here, everyone's a go-getter, and I appreciate that. And you do have to find your people here in Miami. What parts of Miami energy help me grow? Just the fact that you're around people who are succeeding or trying to succeed. People would make fun of me for doing Instagram or trying to do YouTube now. Those are the people who are not doing anything in their life, and I used to care a lot, and now I just don't care. Parts of Miami energy that drained me, there are a lot of superficial people here. So that's why I'm saying your circle needs to be close. You need to keep it close, and you need to find the right people, and that can take some time. So I also think there is a very high amount of vanity here, but I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I think like pushing yourself to always look better and be better and do these things is good to an extent, unless you take it too far, right? There's balance in everything. What did the ocean, sunlight, and pace of life do for my nervous system and creativity? Whew, okay, hold on, because living in Brickell versus living in Edgewater versus being at the beach are 3 completely different things. I would say Edgewater is the middle ground. Brickell is very overstimulating where I am now, and if we came back, it wouldn't be to Brickell. I'm so happy that we did this view. I think it's amazing. I'm sitting here, I'm loving every second of it. But I don't think it is a very stimulating place. I think the beach, we love going to the beach, we love grounding, we love the sunlight. I do love Florida. So I think not having as much nature is going to be hard. What professional breakthroughs happened here? I created a business that I love. I get to do what I like doing every single day, which is great. What ideas or businesses were born in Miami? Elite Functional Health was born here, and getting more education around it, learning the ins and outs about metabolism, fasting, hormones, gut health. Gosh, I have probably invested $200,000 at this point into myself and my education. Hey, little girl. What risks did I take here that changed my trajectory? I think if I stayed in Nashville, I would be working for Boston Scientific. I would have a house in Nashville. I would just be chugging along. So I think a drastic change here in Miami. Yeah, so you get 2 walks a day. What relationships define my time in Miami? Can you come back over here, please? Come on. I think I met every single person for a specific reason that I needed to in Miami. The amount of networking you can do here is crazy, and I truly wish I did a little bit more of it, and I am hoping to take that to Dallas. But while I was running a business and working in med device, I was very tired when it came to the weekends. So I definitely could have been a little bit better about those things. What did Miami teach me about partnership and building life with David? Miami can be the best or the worst place. David and I, our relationship is rooted in God. Our marriage is rooted in God. I trust him fully. He trusts me fully. There's no funny business in our relationship. Everything is very transparent. But Miami, I do feel like you can get caught up in a scene here, and you have to be very careful about that. So communication is key, 100%. What friendships will I carry forward no matter where I live? I definitely have several that I will carry. It doesn't matter. What relationships am I okay leaving behind with this chapter? The relationships, honestly, that I've already let go while I've been building myself or building my business, because they were let go for a reason. Ooh, what places in Miami hold an emotional weight for me? God, that's a hard one. The beach, I think. The beach, Lily Coy no longer exists, but that would be one. I had a lot of really good memories here. What do I want to thank Miami for? Everything. My current life. My husband, yeah. What parts of myself do I leave behind here? I hope that I walk into Dallas with a lot more confidence and a lot less imposter syndrome. And the goal is to be that girl without questioning it, because I feel like that's definitely something that I've struggled with here in Miami. What lessons did this city teach me the hard way? Oh my gosh. Not every business idea, Dolce, get your butt out of the camera. Not every business idea is a good idea, and you need to evaluate that harder. What am I ready to build in Dallas that Miami couldn't hold? Confidence, Lindsay. Confident Lindsay is coming to Dallas, creating the life that she has always wanted, and being grateful and learning as much as I possibly can and helping as many people as I can with the best attitude possible. I do think sometimes here I question myself so much that I really struggled with gratitude. And today, this woman picked up our bed today. I was just giving it away. And she almost was in tears of getting our king size bed. And it just really put things in perspective that my life is so good. And so I'm hoping my relationship with God increases, my perspective just overall increases, my patience increases, my knowledge base increases, and that we just keep rolling. What version of me is Dallas going to meet? The next best version, right? High five. High five. Come on, give me a paw. Yeah. Oh. And with that, that's a wrap.